Welcome to a new video. So let's put your freshest face forward for spring and summer, and let's get your skin ready to receive compliments. I really wanted to upload this video and share with you how you can achieve fresh looking skin. And when I envision this, I think of skin that is well moisturized, hydrated, it has that glowing complexion, and skin that looks youthful and healthy. And this is a complexion that I strive for on a daily, but especially so for spring and summer, because when I think of the warmer months, I think of skin that is glowy and looking radiant. And we're gonna be doing this today with 5 skincare products. And these 5 products will give you that fresh face. So let's get right into today's video. Of course, all of the products that I'm sharing, including discount codes and related videos, will all be linked below for you in my description box. I would also really appreciate it if you could kindly give this video a thumbs up, and if you could also subscribe and ring that notification bell. All right, so the first product that will freshen up your skin are the Drmtlgy Brightening Eye Masks. These are hands down the best I have ever used. If you are looking to improve under eye texture, brightness, dark circles, puffiness, softening fine lines and wrinkles, these are a must try, and they perform. They really do perform. So these have niacinamide in them, caffeine, peptides, watermelon, blueberry extract, there's cucumber extract, aloe, the list goes on. These are very saturated with ingredients. They are very wet as well, which I like. There are 60 masks, so 30 pairs. This will last you a month if you were to use them every day. I keep them in the fridge because I find that they depuff even better when you put them on when they're nice and cold. Now, I wake up puffy almost every single day underneath my eyes, so I use these several times a week, and I will leave them on as long as I can. So sometimes that's an hour, 45 minutes, maybe a half an hour. The longer you leave them on, the better. If you do have puffiness, I find that if you leave them on as long as you can, it just depuffs even more. And when you peel them off, your under eyes look so fresh and rejuvenated. They're instantly brighter, they're very hydrated, and like I said, the puffiness is completely gone. So the more often you can use these can possibly help with dark circles, and they do help to soften fine lines, and they do plump up the skin temporarily as well. So these are a must all year round, but especially for spring and summer for that fresh skin. And I do have a discount code with Drmtlgy where you can get 20% off. So I will leave that discount code up here and below for you. The next product is the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Daily Peels. This is a great at-home peel that you can do every day or a few nights per week to rejuvenate your skin, to improve texture, tone, and overall brightness. This will give you that fresh looking complexion. The more often you can use these, the better. So I generally like to use these maybe once or twice a week, but sometimes I like to use these every single day for 1 week out of the month. Or I might do it once every other month and just give my skin that boost where my skin just looks super refreshed. So this is the universal. I also have the gentle. So if I'm using this every day in 1 week, I might use the universal for 3 nights, and then maybe the gentle for the remaining 4 nights, or vice versa. That is generally what I like to do, but of course you don't have to do that. You can just use one strength and use it every day or a couple of nights per week. Now, there is an extra strength, and this one is quite powerful. It is a little bit sensitizing on my skin, so I can't really use it often. I much prefer to use the universal and the gentle, as universal is in between gentle and extra strength. So depending on skin sensitivity, we'll determine which one to go with. But peel number 1 is your exfoliating peel, and then peel number 2 is basically to bring back your skin's pH to where it should be. Plus there's anti-aging ingredients and calming ingredients as well in peel 2. Now this is a leave-on treatment. You don't rinse these off, so you want to keep them on, and I like to use use these at nighttime. So in the Universal, just for reference, in peel number 1, there are 4 types of AHAs. There's glycolic, lactic, citric, and malic acid. And then there's salicylic acid, which is that BHA. And then in peel number 2, in this one specifically, there's retinol, ascorbic acid, resveratrol, green tea, and the list goes on. So I really love the Universal, but the gentle ones are really nice as well for that gentle approach. And I'm gonna give you a little tip, and I wish I would have done this a lot sooner. I've actually started to cut the pad in half and using just half of it that night and putting the other half back into the package. And then I will put the package in a Ziploc bag and seal it up. And then I will use the other half the next day or maybe the day after that. So I'm getting basically 2 treatments out of 1 package. And I just started doing that. So it's going to get you a little bit further. So if you want to do that, then maybe do that because it's going to last a little bit longer, as these are not cheap. They are quite pricey, but they do work, and it's a great way to freshen up your skin in a shorter amount of time. The next product is using a tinted sunscreen. Now, I really love the Colorescience Sun Forgettable Total Protection Face Shield. This is the Flex line, which is tinted. There are 4 shades to pick from. I have it in the shade Fair and Medium, and then there's 2 deeper shades than Medium. And I generally have to mix Fair and Medium together to get a custom shade because Medium is a little bit too dark for my skin tone right now. But come summer, I can get away with just Medium and maybe 1 drop of the Fair just to tone down the darkness of it. And then in the winter, sometimes I will do this and I will do more Fair with maybe 1 or 2 drops of Medium just to give a little bit more color. So I have to mix the 2 together, but that doesn't mean that you have to. Just find a shade that would match you. And if you have another tinted sunscreen that you love better, then use it. But tinted sunscreens are a nice thing to use come spring and summer because they're more lightweight on the skin. They don't give that heavy makeup look. It keeps your skin looking super fresh and youthful, plus you're getting that sun protection. And this is all mineral, just so you know. This has a zinc oxide of 12%, and again, there are 4 shades to pick from. And this is what I generally use for spring and summer as that foundation replacement, and I do have this on my skin today. So I did mix shade Fair and Medium for today's look. It just looks like my skin but better, super refreshed. The next product is the Drmtlgy Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41. So this is an under eye product that will color correct any discoloration and darkness. But this is also an under eye product that can actually replace your everyday concealer. And let's face it, some concealers can be a little heavy underneath the eyes. Some can be too full coverage where it looks cakey. It can actually make your under eyes look worse. It can make your under eyes look more aged, where it accentuates all the fine lines and the dryness that we might have. So come spring and summer, I really like to resort to this product specifically because it's very thin and lightweight. It's not heavy. It doesn't accentuate dryness or fine lines. It actually keeps your under eyes looking fresh and hydrated. It doesn't even move around. Like if you wanted to set this with translucent powder, you can, and sometimes I do, but you don't have to. It just keeps your under eyes looking so radiant. But then of course you're getting that color correction to slightly even out everything, and it does a really good job. Now this comes in 4 shades. I have it in the shade Fair and Medium. I wear medium the most because it's actually a perfect shade for my skin tone. But Fair is something that I might gravitate once in a while if I want that brighter under eye. And it's quite bright. So last year I uploaded a video on the Fair and the Medium shade, and I showed you what it looked like on my skin tone. So if you haven't seen that video or you want to rewatch it, I will leave it below for you as well as up here. It might help to determine which shade to go with if you do have that lighter skin tone. But there are 2 deeper shades than medium, and those might be some great options for you, and it might totally replace your under eye concealer. This is all mineral, by the way. This has a zinc oxide of 12% and a titanium dioxide of 10%, again SPF 41. And this is something that I pair up with the Colorescience tinted sunscreen. So I will put the Colorescience on first, and then I will put a little bit of this on afterwards. It comes with a metal applicator. You just push down on this button, and then of course you can apply it like this. It does help to depuff when you do use it that way, or of course you can just take it from the applicator itself and then just apply it to your under eyes like that. And this is a great way to keep those under eyes looking fresh and youthful, because let's face it, so many concealers can make the under eyes look so terrible. And the last product is by Summer Fridays. This is the Jet Lag Skin Soothing Hydration Mist. Now, if you have a favorite hydration mist that you absolutely love, then just use it. But I really like this one because this does a really good job to give that fresh, dewy complexion to the skin. Now, this can be used within your skincare routine, so after cleansing, but before your serums and moisturizer. But I also like to use this on top of my makeup throughout the day, or on top of sunscreen, tinted sunscreen, to bring in hydration, but also to give that nice little glowing complexion. And I do this all the time. I will actually use this as my makeup setting spray, because this actually keeps your makeup in place for the entire day if you decide to use this to set your makeup. You don't have to use a makeup setting spray. You can just use something like this. And if you love that dewy complexion, then you will really love this. There's a lot of ceramides in here to help repair the skin. It's very hydrating. It has a milky consistency to it, but when you spritz your skin, it covers your entire face and it absorbs into your skin so quickly. So I will show you what I would typically do if I had a full face of makeup on, which I do. I just do, you know, a few sprays across my skin. My entire face right now is saturated, and when this dries down, my skin will have this healthy glow, and it keeps my makeup in place. It doesn't make my foundation or anything move around. I don't get raccoon eyes when I use this on top of mascara. I know some setting sprays and facial mist might do that. I don't get that with the Summer Fridays, and it comes out in a fine mist, so the application is really enjoyable as well. So I like to keep this in my bag, refresh my skin throughout the day, or of course you can use this within your skincare routine. So those are the 5 skincare products to achieve that fresh looking complexion. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, that you found it helpful, and hopefully I was able to introduce you to a new product. Let me know if you're going to be trying any one of these products. Also, let me know if you're already using them. Do you love that fresh looking complexion? Let's get a conversation going. And of course, if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask away in that comment section. And again, I will have everything in the description box along with discount codes. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.